Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh?
So I mosey on the Twitter this morning and your girl Doja Cat is trending everywhere. They say your girl is a racist child. But before we get into that, be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of this tea. Now let's get back into it. So Doja Cat should be on cloud 9 right now after topping the Billboard charts with her single Say So remix featuring Nicki Minaj, which leaped from number 6 on the Billboard charts to number 1 just a little over a week ago, marking each artist's first leader on the list. But Doja Cat didn't get to revel in the feeling for long because Twitter has dug up some old info on sis and she is canceled, child. They have the hashtag Doja Cat is over party and it's now trending on Twitter. And y'all already know once Black Twitter cancels you, it's very, very seldom that you get to make a comeback. Although your girl Doja Cat has been canceled more than once, I don't know if they'll let her come back this time. So let's go ahead and cut to the chase. Why is Doja Cat being canceled? Well, recently some videos resurfaced of her on Tiny Chat, which is a popular chatting platform, and sis was allegedly talking to alt-right anti-black incels, which is a short word for involuntarily celibate, which is used to refer to men whose misogyny stems from being undesirable. Now, certain message boards are claiming that while Doja was on these sites, she allegedly admitted to hating her blackness, only liking her thick and light-skinned features. Now, let's go to note that she is biracial. Her mother is white American of Jewish heritage, and her father is South African of Zulu ethnicity. So no matter how you mix it, sis, whether you agree with it or not, you're black. Now, let me go on record to say Amala Ratna, aka Doja Cat, has not confirmed, admitted, or denied these allegations. Right now, it's just going off of what we see on Twitter. Now, as far as her saying she hated her blackness, there were no videos that showed that. However, there were some strange videos out there where sis was doing and saying some crazy things.
Yes, my lady. Yeah.
Oh, the room is spinning. Oh god, everything sucks. Oh god.
Well, that's annoying as fuck.
She's gonna throw
no, I don't want to.
Gonna mess up the white couch.
Oh my man. Cat gets in front of the camera.
My lady Doja Cat,
are you okay?
Oh no. Alex, please.
Hi there, pet me, yes?
Yeah, she's about to white couch. Yeah.
This is it, boys.
She's about to lose it.
Now, the video that was the most disturbing to me, Doja was laying on her bed. I don't really know what sis was doing. I had to watch it a couple of times, like, what are you doing? But she was laying on her bed and she made a comment that she should not have made in a group with white men. She said this.
Yeah, the baby got your shirt is like a...
Oh my god.
Now, Doja was obviously gone off something. What that something was, I don't know. But using that term with an ER at the end in a group setting of white people, girl, they're going to feel away and they're going to call you that name back. What can you say at that point? Now, if that wasn't bad enough, they found a song online by Doja Cat called Didn't Do Nothing. Now, I've never heard of this term in my life, but after looking it up, it's a racial term or a racial slur for a black criminal. Pretty much saying that black folks are illiterate, and when things happen, they say, I didn't do nothing. Now, writing a song or singing a song called Didn't Do Nothing, sis, Anyway, now a lot of people are saying that this song, Didn't Do Nothing, was in response to Sandra Bland's murder. Now, as you know, Sandra Bland was found hanged in a jail cell in Walker, Texas in 2015, 3 days after an arrest for a minor traffic stop. Now, her death was ruled a suicide, but I'm not going to get into all of that and my thoughts on that. However, when I listened to the song, I didn't get anything about Sandra Bland out of it. But the song should not have been sung, and it's pretty much another way of saying the N-word. Now, a Twitter user says, I don't know who Doja Cat is, but I want to thank her for putting Didn't Do Nothing out there so the mainstream knows that there has been a replacement N-word for the past 4 years. Now, speaking of using certain letters and words, Doja Cat has been known to use the F-bomb a few times on her Twitter back in 2015. In retaliation to that in 2018, when they tried to cancel her, she posted this: "I called a couple of people F words when I was in high school in 2015. Does this mean I don't deserve support? I've said F roughly 15,000 times in my life. Does saying F mean you hate gay people? Do I hate gay people? I don't think I hate gay people. Gay is okay." I'm not gay, but even I'm offended by that response. Like, okay, sis, if that's how you feel, I guess that's how you feel. And this is so crazy because just a few days ago, singer and songwriter Lana Del Rey seemingly aimed some shots at Doja Cat, Nicki Minaj, Ariana Grande, Beyonce, and more. Now, Doja was one of many that people took up for after Lana said this. Question for the culture: now that Doja Cat, Ariana, Camila, Cardi B, Kalani, Nicki Minaj, and Beyonce have had number ones with songs about being sexy, wearing no clothes, effing, cheating, etc., can I please go back to singing about being embodied, feeling beautiful, by being in love even if the relationship is not perfect, or dancing for money, or whatever I want without being crucified or saying that I'm glamorizing abuse? Doja Cat responded saying, "Gang sunk that dunker." Now, child, I'm in my 30s. I don't know what that means. Sis is like 24, 25, something like that. Y'all gotta tell me what that means. I don't know what gang sunk that dunker means, child. Someone responded by saying gang meaning a friend, and in this place referencing Lana, so Lana sunk as in she landed, and dunker meaning the point trying to get across. Imagine dunker meaning truth bomb. So Lana's points were made. You're welcome. Child, now I don't know what it meant, but I know it definitely didn't mean this. Anyway, Doja Cat removed the post and then she changed her name on Twitter to Gang, and she posted gang and then she put a blank and said completed. Like I said, gang sunk that dunker does not mean anything good, honey. Then yesterday, Lana responded and said, "To be clear, I know you love to twist things. I effing love these singers and know them. That is why I mentioned them. I would also like to have some of the same freedom of expression without judgment or hysteria. The singers I mentioned are my favorite singers, so if you want to try and make a bone to pick out of that like you always do, be my guest. It doesn't change the fact that I haven't had the same opportunity to express what I wanted to express without being completely disseminated, and if you want to say that has something to do with race, that's your opinion, but that's not what I was saying." Now, a lot of people are upset that many of the women, not all of the women, but many of the women that Lana mentioned are women of color. Well, we can't help that women of color are winning. Lana, you do not know what we as a people go through just to live, let alone hit a number one on the record sales. So if you're not hitting number ones, you need to talk to your fans about buying your music. It has nothing to do with the women that you named. You need to talk to your fans just like everybody else talks to their fans and tells them to buy the records. I honestly didn't even know who you were before this whole debacle. So maybe you need to go out on Instagram and Twitter a little bit more and make sure your whole fan base, honey, is everybody. Everybody knows your name, because I didn't know who you were. Child, said, so Lana ended her career by being racist. Doja ended her career by being racist. Then they said Joe Biden ruined his career by being racist as well. I said, what the hell did Crazy Joe do? Child, they said Joe Biden got on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God. He had been putting off this interview for years, even wanted to send someone in his place. Child, they finally got the interview to go down. It was an 18-minute interview held yesterday, and Joe was a little defensive during the interview, but he ended it by saying, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
I will.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Child, a social media response was swift and critical, and it needed to be. Now, many black Americans basically felt what Charlamagne was feeling. Joe Biden offered to send a surrogate in his place. In their view, the presumptive Democratic nominee underestimates black voters, and he sees them as a monolith, and he takes their support for granted. Child, I already know that your commander-in-chief got them itty-bitty fingers out on Twitter ready to go off, honey. Y'all already know how he gives it up. Anyway, what I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about this madness that's going on with Doja Cat? Do you think she's racist? What do you think about the comments that Lana Del Rey made? And lastly, what do you think about this interview between Joe Biden and Charlemagne the God? Leave a comment, and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. All right, in this video, I want to tell you about a company called Ash Kicking. Now, you know your girl Chronicles would not promote a company without doing one of those thorough Chronicle Speaks investigations, honey, and Ash Kicking definitely passed the test. Y'all make sure to check out ashkicking.com for one of the best 100% natural home fragrance and beauty products, honey, and use my code Chronicles at checkout for an extra 15% off just for you. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of my new episodes.